welcome everybody to our newest dev stream. I'm Javier, game engineer and partner at Hutlihut Games, and your broadcaster for today, or one of your broadcasters for today, should I clarify, but we'll get to that in a second. With me from the dev team, we have Mr. Loritz Winderup, lead game designer of Void Crew. Hello, Loritz.
Hello, hello. Hi there.
And when I was saying about not the only broadcaster, that's because of who our special guests for today are, actually. And that would be Mr. Captain Jack.
Hello.
So, for those who don't know, Captain Jack is a great sci-fi oriented YouTuber and streamer. It's an amazing pleasure to have you back with us, because he actually played with us back in update 3. And then we also have another very special guest today, and that would be Castle.
Hello there.
So Castle is actually a renowned member of the Captain Jack streaming group. It's super great to have you join us to this shared stream or dev stream and so on. Like super cool.
I don't believe you.
What's going to be the focus of today's dev stream, besides having fun and playing with this amazing gentleman? We have just now launched a major update for Void Crew. That's update 5, and that has brought a lot of new stuff into the game. So we're going to be checking that out, of course.
Tell us what's in the new update.
that's the most that's looked like the most scripted advertisement I've ever seen in my life, but I love it. Just before we go, I think something deserves being tackled right now, and us giving the answer to that right away. When we launched update 5, we were aware that moving to only endless was not going to be like an easy move. It was a very, I think we discussed a lot, and we were aware it was going to be controversial, and for good reason. Besides that, we have identified some shortcomings in the implementation, or things that were also still pending to be implemented, that we now have fine detailed towards the next update, and we believe are going to make that experience better, especially for those people that are looking for short runs at the moment. So do you want to give us a super quick run through, very high level, Loritz, of what that is, and why somebody that is watching us right now should actually expect the next update to be better for short runs?
The short story of that is that we obviously agree that the game is not as rewarding as it was prior to the short runs, because we set the milestones that you need to achieve in the pilgrimage around actually beating the bosses and getting through more than just the initial set of objectives. So for the next update, we're revisiting how we hand out rewards and making sure that you will also be rewarded for playing shorter sessions. We are committed to the endless runs because that was the vision for the game from the beginning. It was what we wanted to do with the game. We were trying out objectives early on, but we fully recognize that players would like to just be able to play for 30 minutes and feel like they came away with something, which is both ranking up and XP, but also actually getting that dopamine rush of opening a few boxes and seeing if anything good was in there. So,
perfect. Then
we've
let
got
me
that
just
covered, I think.
Let me just ask you one community question that we have gathered in that regard, and then I promise we get it going. We had a guy that mentioned that the thing he liked the least about this update was joining randoms and then feeling like he had to go and he couldn't get rewarded. How are we addressing that? Because we are, right? How are we doing it?
Oh yeah, what sometimes happens when we're sitting in the team and talking about how the game functions is that even though my head is the lead design one, I get surprised by how a thing ended up being implemented. It is actually not intended that the objectives don't pay out the rewards at the moment of completion. The current way the objectives work is that if you're there when the objective completes, that doesn't super matter. It's only if you're there at the end of the session. So we're moving that point back. So when you're there, when the objective completes, you get the reward for doing so. It'll still be presented on the tally screen, but the tally screen is just a tally of stuff that you managed to achieve during the run. There's no reason that you should be cut out of getting your rewards because you had to leave early. So when you see it pop up, you're gonna get it. The only thing that you're missing out on, of course, is that we still have some completion bonuses. And if you're not there when the run completes, you're not going to get the bonus, but I mean, it was probably going to blow up anyways, in which case the bonus would have been forfeit. So.
And spoiler alert, we will bring more rewards, as Loris has mentioned before, early in on the run. So, you know, actually having completed 2 objectives will actually feel very rewarding. So I had to recycle some alloys manually on the Fabricator, and that made me think of one of the new things we're bringing up with the next update. The auto-recycle in the Fabricator, right?
Yes, I mean the modding community already spoiled it because it was such a good idea. So people have been playing with it, but we are adding upgrade steps to the Fabricator itself, which will give you access to better stuff without increasing the cost. If you pay the upfront cost of upgrading the Fabricator, of course, and that also makes the Fabricator faster and adds the auto recycle function for alloys.
Oi, 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 oi. Okay, so while I rescue Castle from this small problem, we just looted an auto brain, but an energy variant. That is new, and one of the new solo improvements, or duo improvements, on update 5. So that, as you can see, that is released on the game right now. There is a new variant of the auto turrets that deals energy damage, so that you can better deal with the shields. So you can see how we are now going to improve this Litany minicam to the version Mark II. And yes, in the current update, engineers get access to a perk that allow them to buy the upgraders. With the next update, we are moving that out of the perks, and we will make every class be able to do it without having to invest perk points, to make the game better to play when you are in the early levels, and also to make it better to play solo, because solo is both on update 5 but also on next update a big focus for us. We want to make the game very fun for solo.
That is that is an amazing feature, being able to make the system upgraders, because like I remember like just how excited I was whenever we found one of them. It's like you'd open the chest and somebody say, "We got a system upgrader," and then just immediately 5 people was like, "Power the gun!"
Yeah. So I'll answer this to you guys. Max Lager, you're asking about the grappling hook hooking other Ectypes. We're working, and for the next update, the superior version of the grappling hook, the one that you unlock. Let me see if I have it here. The one you unlock here, it will be able to pull carryables, so items, to you. But we are not going to allow it on other players because it would be too prone to griefing. So we will not be doing that. And also a bit awkward, and the physics will probably not like it. But we will be doing with items, and I can assure you, like, we'll soon post a sneak peek about it on the Discord. I got it to work. Right, so Loritz, now you are having to craft Mark I bullet crates, so very small bullet crates. In next update,
I hate it so much.
Yeah, in next update, when we have the Fabricator tiers, you will be able for sure to craft better ones, right?
Yeah, so stuff like the weapon mods, which will be available to everyone, and also the bullet crates and the power cells will up in tier as you upgrade the Fabricator. So without the cost increasing, you'll be able to make the better versions of these, which was always a little bit awkward in the existing design, but it feels much better now with the upgradable Fabricator.
And by the way...
Okay, but question.
Yes.
An important question. When are we finally getting the 8-player ship?
Ship's biomass stores are
Good question.
Yeah. So I can actually, well...
Pain in your voice there.
Painful question, yeah.
It's basically, so we want to make new ships, but it's just not at the moment in the current roadmap. Like, we're not actively developing them at the moment, but it's not something we discard for the future. But something I want to talk about this is modding in Void Crew. Before, we had modding as a topic that we didn't bring up, and we never discussed. But now with Update 5, we have, let's say, legalized, or at least added some guidelines to how modding can be done in Void Crew. And our modding community has replied super well to them and completely adapted all the mods to it. One of the mods that exists at the moment in Void Crew, you're so lucky, Castle. But one of the mods is actually 8 players.
That's my entire career on Jack's channel. You are so lucky, Castle.
As I'm telling you, Castle, one of the mods is actually playing 8 players. So it is actually possible to play 8 players right now in Void Crew if you use mods, which again is now officially supported.